I guess that we're all jealous of those people that have been to the Olympics in London. And one particular gentleman, an Australian who's lived in Thailand for many years, had the opportunity to go to the Olympics. Just back off the aircraft, how did he feel? I'm pleased to welcome Dan Riemann, the founder and CEO of Fitcorp Asia. Dan?
Yes.
Great flight, great feeling?
Fantastic. It's always good to touch base in Bangkok again, but the time in London was fantastic. Yeah.
I'd like to know, firstly, how did you, as CEO of this organisation, but how did you actually get to the Athletes Village and we're actually helping the world's athletes in London?
I've had a working relationship with Technogym for the last 7 years. I'm the master trainer for Asia Pacific. So I travel the region and help educate developers, club operators and trainers on the latest principles of business within the fitness industry and training. So Technogym are the official supplier and sponsor for equipment in the Olympics. So of course I was asked to go and help the crew.
Bit of a challenge really, was it?
It was very exciting.
Yes.
Not a challenge. Compared to what we do here in Asia, it was easy.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
In other words, these are the creme de la creme of every country.
That's right.
So in actual fact, what you're doing is you've got the best in the world and you can actually, I guess, not only train them, but you can also learn from them.
That's right. And they're very receptive to new ideas. You find that what you see on television with the most elite athletes, there are thousands more that, okay, they're there in the games, they're participating. But they don't have access to the cutting-edge education and facilities that some of the higher athletes do.
You were there 5 days before, so I guess my question is, what can you do in 5 days? You know, a lot, not much.
Well, you'll see that a lot of the athletes, they've done all their training. A lot of them have been training for 4 years for these events. And a lot of it is just to introduce some new concepts, making sure that they're staying injury-free, helping them with their form and their technique, and just keeping things tight. You know, you're not going to create champions in 5 days, but it's just there to help facilitate with the coaches and help them prepare.
Give us a feeling about the experience of actually going into the Olympics, going into the Athletes Village. How big was the gym and what's the feeling when you actually get in there?
Gosh, the gym is 2,000 square meters. I mean,
Wow.
it's massive. And it's separated into individual rooms. So the athletes themselves get to spread out and work in the areas of their specialty. So you've got your strength area, your cardio area, and it's just an amass room of energy, you know, and excitement. People are excited, they're on their toes, they're moving around a lot. Lots of excitement, they're happy and smiling and they're ready, you know, they're ready to compete.
Are there any that are nervous? You know, a lot of them, it's the first time that they've gone to the Olympics.
Yeah, that's right. I think nerves are also good for any event, whether it's public speaking or athletics. And that brings some adrenaline, gets them excited, and it prepares them.
How much at that last 5 days before the Games do you have to focus on the psychological aspects to hype them up?
Right. Well, the psychology is an essential part for all athletes. And it's something that needs to be trained just as much as the athletic side of things as well. So if you take different athletes, you might look at shooters, for example. They need to work on the other side. They need to use the psychology principles and breathing principles to slow them down, okay? Calm the mind, reduce the blood and the blood pressure and the resting pulse. So for some athletes, I think calming the mind is just as equally as important as increasing it.
Now, you've actually been training people in Asia for a long, long time.
That's right.
You, in fact, go over there and you see the techniques that are being used. And you come back here, and I guess it's fair to say that the Thais are happy we got a silver and happy we got a bronze, but not really impressed with our sporting prowess. What can we do? Is it just all about money? I mean, the Russians have made the statement, it's about money, it's about training, it's about focusing on sport and nothing else but sport with these people. What have we got to do here?
I think if you look at the most successful nations, sporting nations, China, the US, they have very solid ground roots programs. So they're starting their athletes very young. They have solid junior development programs, and they are well funded. Of course, money is an important element of that success, but discipline is huge. The drive to want to succeed and be the world's best is essential. And I think that comes from a culture as well, and working on all these different elements. There's not one particular element that is going to make a nation successful. Okay, you can take Australia as another example.
True.
We're a little disappointed in these games, but on the day, it's anybody's medal.
Well, it is, but I guess that over the years, many countries have gone down while China has really come up and other countries. obviously, being in Britain this year, it actually gave them a focus, and it's, wow, we're going to get in there, and they've actually improved on their gold medal count. But a lot of countries have gone backwards. I guess that money is difficult to raise. The governments are not focusing so much on money. Can the private sector help?
Absolutely. I think that's going to play a major role. As far as especially local corporate entities, that's the only way we can go. They have lots of money. They're looking towards their social responsibility, and I think it's a great avenue. It's healthy. It's encouraging health through all levels of society, not just elite sports. But for most of these programs, you do need to start at the top.
But at the end of the day, we've got to start young. We've got to have the government supporting and saying, this is where Thailand has to be next time. It can't be just the Ministry of Sport. It has to be right across the whole country with the government saying, this is what we've got to do. Yeah,
that's exactly right. So the more emphasis that is placed, it can only benefit everybody. And yeah.
What have you brought back to Thailand, to Asia, that you can now say to all of us, you know what, this is something that we really should focus on?
Well, I think my time at the Olympics has reinforced our methods of training that we already had. Okay, so rather than bringing anything new, we've been able to go over there. I've been able to see how the best in the world are doing it, which is based on you know, a progressive educational model. And so what we're doing in Thailand and Asia has been cutting edge from the beginning, and that's just reinforced that. So looking at it's not so much sport and intensity driven, it's result driven. It's about creating a healthy lifestyle, allowing people to have a positive experience with sport or exercise or health.
It's true, it's a combination, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Now, you're Australian.
Yeah.
What brought you here a number of years ago?
Yeah, I stopped counting, I think after 10.
Yeah, but why did you come here? You're from Sydney, the same as I am.
Yep, that's right. Well, I did the usual Australian thing and finished university, worked for a couple of years and wanted to travel the world. So I left on a one-way ticket. And I was still a personal trainer in Sydney, and one of my clients was the producer for Wild Water Sports. So they were covering the Commonwealth Games in Malaysia in '98. Okay. So that led me back to Asia after some travel in Europe, and I was offered a position at Chivasom.
Aha, that's where it all started.
'98, Chivasom was where it all started.
Okay, the health and the fitness and the watching what you eat, watching what you do.
Yep, that's right.
And so is Thailand your home?
Thailand is home.
Well, I thank you, Dan, very much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, it's impressive to hear what you've done and the experience you've had.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Valerie. Now, coming up, we have Sanook with PK and Nick. Now, they're talking about an application called Line, and I have to admit, I have no idea what Line is.
Well, it's a new thing, the newest thing that the teenagers and middle-agers alike are really getting on this. Do you know an application called WhatsApp?
That I do know.
Okay, well, WhatsApp to Line is quite a similar thing, but Line has more, how do you call them? Memes, I think?
Oh, yeah, the memes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Memes. Is that what they're called?
Memes, I guess we'll find out. So, coming right up, PK and Nick on Sanook. Sawadee krap! Hello and welcome to the Sanook section. Right here, I'm Nick.
I'm PK.
What the heck are you doing?
I'm playing Line, man. Do you know what it is, Line?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to be doing it right now, are you?
Man, I'm showing all the expats who might be out of sync with all the latest apps in social networking. Line is like the latest trend. You can make free calls, free voice, messages, pictures, animations, share location. You can do all of that. And the best part, look, it's right on at the
Now I know how you keep in contact with all you girls.
Friends.
Oh, friends.
Friends.
Oh, friends.
Friends. Okay. Don't forget, I'm in the media, you know.
Oh,
Don't forget. Well, Line App Chat, you guys can just go download it from the App Store.
And they have the new the new stickers for the
Olympics, right? Yep, just came out with the All-Star Summer Games, all right? You can download it from now until the 15th of August.
I gotta go ahead and download that once we get off of here.
See, look at all the sticker details, man. The download is cool. You know,
the gold medal and everything.
Yeah. You guys might be wondering why. What is so cool about Line? What about texting? What about SMSing? What about the what else do they have? They got the WhatsApp. What's the difference between that? Well, nice and simple. You can express your emotions a little more animated, a little more colorful, and
It's just fun overall. Just it's a lot of fun using cartoon characters to.
See, look at this. Ken is saying,
I'm cooking.
and Ken's friend said, I gotta pee.
I gotta pee. Okay.
Something like that. And my eyes on fire. You cooking onions, I guess.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Ken is stupid.
Oh, why is she? Hold on. Why is she bending over?
Bowing, man.
Bowing,
Maybe he's
okay.
bowing like, oh my God, you're the best. See, that's the way you express.
Okay.
It's fun. It's fun. It's like you might, I might say some stupid joke. Like, wow, that is so good. So bowing.
Okay. Next time, from now on, I'm not even gonna call you. I'm just gonna
You don't
line
call,
you. I'm gonna line you.
You don't call me anyway, man. Your phone get cut off. You gotta pay your phone bill. You got to.
Why do you tell me that?
I know, man. Economy is hard now, man. I understand, but we're getting paid, man. We're getting paid.
Okay.
All right, keep yourself.
I gotta pay for the phone bill.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
So take me there. But go ahead.
Damn it. Don't forget App Store. Just go to line, check it out. So you'll be in trend with all the latest, what's going on with all the kids, with all the teenagers these days. But make sure the share location very dangerous.
Don't put out your personal information on the thing.
Sharing location. You tell wifey, I'm in the meeting in Sukhumvit, but press share location.
See, you know about that. See,
Soy cowboy.
No, you don't go there.
Be really careful. That's what I'm gonna tell you, man. Turn it off. Use it for you, not against you. I've been there, done that. That's why I'm still single now.
Yeah.
Close
Yeah.
it. Close it.
That's all right, buddy. It's okay.
I gotta talk to น้องจอย เดี๋ยวเจอกันนะจ๊ะ